Alright, well, that was a pretty interesting 24 hours of my life. Yesterday was like the worst day of my life. But yeah, before anything, I guess I'll go ahead and explain real quick what even happened, because I'm sure a lot of you guys are watching and have zero clue what I'm even talking about. You have no idea what you're watching right now, probably. Well, yesterday I received my second strike in 2 weeks. And if you guys aren't familiar with how YouTube rules work, if you get a third strike, your channel is terminated. It's gone forever. Everything you ever worked for, gone. So I took that very seriously, and I decided to private every single one of my videos to make sure that nothing could ever happen. And this means I would have had to wait 90 days before I could upload a video, just in case. So a second strike doesn't even allow you to upload for 2 weeks, but to anyone who gets a second strike on YouTube knows that they should not upload and private all of their videos for the next 90 days. That's what everybody does, at least what you should do. Now I'll go ahead and explain what both strikes were about. So the first strike was on a 2 to 3 year old video of me playing MW2 for 6 minutes straight. That was the entire video, was just me playing MW2, and there was no commentary, there was no one in the game talking, there was no one in the chat talking, if that's even possible on PC, and nobody had a bad name tag. And also the video probably had like 700 views at the most. I don't actually remember how many views it had because it was probably getting like 1 a month. Overall, that video should not have gotten striked, but I kind of brushed it off thinking, okay, well, I don't even stream on YouTube, so I don't care if I have to wait 90 days to stream. Then the second strike hits, and this is yesterday, and yeah, I had just finished editing and rendering my video, which was the 4th episode of my Soul Survival series, and I was curious which video could have possibly been striked. I thought at first it was like a joke email because I don't know, I just couldn't believe it that I got a second strike, since for like 2 years I didn't get a single strike. Obviously, that's when I started doing Rust. So I saw that it was the 2nd episode of my Soul Survival series of this current Soul series. So when I saw that, I was wondering what the strike was even about, and it was for sexual content. I forgot to blur nudity. So I showed my character's private part for like a couple seconds in the video, and that was enough to strike the video and give me the biggest scare of my life, really. The worst thing I thought could ever possibly happen with a video that shows your character's, private part was maybe an age restriction at the most. I thought, hey, first it'll be a demonetized, it'll be demonetized, and if people really don't like it, it'll just become, well, age restricted. I never thought a strike was possible, but it is. I got a strike for it. And the really scary part about this is that I can guarantee you that every Rust YouTuber you watch most likely has at least one video in his entire video list where it shows nudity at one point, whether it's because it's a bug or because they forgot to censor it. I've seen so many videos from other YouTubers where that's the case, and that is scary to think that that can get you striked when it should only at the most get you age restricted, as I said. One of my most popular videos, I look through a shop front and it shows full-blown nudity because, well, it was a glitch back then. I don't know if it's still a glitch with the game. When you look through a shop front, it doesn't blur the nudity for some reason, even if you have it enabled. But that video got age restricted, and I remember at the time I was really upset because it was my most popular video and it was still getting good views, and then it just completely stopped because of the age restriction. But dude, that is so much better than getting a strike. Like, that is unbelievably different, and that's one of the things I really wanted to talk about. If any Rust YouTubers are watching me right now, please just go through all of your past videos and private them if they show any sort of nudity, because either you'll get striked or you'll get age restricted after your strike. I really feel like YouTube doesn't like video games. I think I made that conclusion. And that brings me to the point that, yes, it's great that my strike was removed and all, but I feel like there's a pretty big risk for other people in the Rust community to get a strike. And that's not something you want to mess with, especially that I feel like the only way to remove a strike nowadays is if there's a bunch of backlash. But yeah, there's not much I wanted to talk about other than say a huge thank you to everybody that supported me through this. I really do appreciate it. A lot of content creators were talking about this and we're just blown away by this whole entire situation, and I got some DMs from YouTubers that were like looking for solutions and stuff like that, and it really does mean a lot. It just goes to show that the Rust community has a really good community, and that was awesome to see. Oh yeah, and I wanted to mention that I don't blame anyone for anything that happened, so I don't blame Rust whatsoever. It's my responsibility, even though, like I said, it was 100% a false strike. Like, it should not not have happened whatsoever. The max punishment should have been age restriction. Otherwise, if you think about it, every single Rust YouTuber you watch would have been terminated by now, guaranteed. But yeah, I never blamed Rust. I still don't blame Rust. It was just my fault. And yeah, good news is that after all of that, we actually will be getting pants and you know, everything to cover our bodies in the game, obviously, this upcoming Force Wipe. So we're finally getting it. Us content creators should be getting a lot less demonetization, which is great. But yeah, I'll be continuing the solo series tomorrow. That's when the next upload is going to be. It's going to be for episode 4. So yeah, I guess that's all I had to say. I just wanted to kind of update you guys real quick for if anybody was curious of why all of the videos were down. And once again, I really do appreciate all of the support that the community gave me. It was pretty awesome to see. That's it. See ya.